showers moving up from the south. But for the time being, the weather is set fair, and for most of us, it will bring us the warmest weather we've seen so far this year.
President Trump declares mission accomplished, saying missile strikes against Syria by the US, Britain and France were perfectly executed. More than 100 missiles were fired in the joint action, targeting suspected chemical weapons sites.
The purpose of our actions tonight is to establish a strong deterrent against the production, spread and use of chemical weapons.
4 British Tornado jets were involved in the bombing raids. Theresa May said the use of force was legal and right.
It was a limited, targeted and effective strike with clear boundaries that expressly sought to avoid escalation and did everything possible to prevent civilian casualties.
Parliament should be consulted, Parliament should be allowed to take a view on this, but instead the strikes were launched last night.
Well, Syria and Russia have condemned the strikes, calling them an illegal act of aggression. Well, we'll assess the significance of today's military action and the reaction to it, also in today's other news.
Present company's coming back, Tiger Roll, hanging on.
A dramatic finish at the Grand National as Tiger Roll holds on to claim victory. Hello, very good evening to you. President Trump has declared mission accomplished following overnight military strikes by the US, the UK and France on suspected chemical weapons sites.
There's plenty more on the BBC Sport website, including the day's rugby union news. But for now, good night.
Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you very much to you for joining us. You can see more on all of today's stories on the BBC News channel, of course, but that's all from me and the team here. A very good night to you. Bye-bye.
Good evening. That was the kind of spring day that many of us have been waiting for. Just about wherever you looked across the country, there was at least some sunshine, a beautiful scene for a weather watcher in Ullapool in the Scottish Highlands. Dorset seeing blue skies overhead this afternoon. Beautiful day for a walk close to the coast. And this is the view from space, the satellite picture. You can see there was a bit more cloud across northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland, but much of that melted away through the day. 1 or 2 showers developed across parts of the south of England and Wales through the later afternoon. And as we go through the night, we will perhaps